Hey everyone, and welcome to Manga Theater. My name is Ben, and welcome to my first ever reaction ever. I'm really excited to get on into it. I did take a while to set everything up. If it doesn't look great, this is my first time doing this, so some of the lighting might be wonky. I promise it will get better as it goes on. Before we get into the reaction, which I'm super duper excited to watch and react to, I just want to touch on a little bit about who I am, why I'm doing this, and everything in between. So my name is Ben Stigmeyer. I have been an anime fan for so many years, ever since I read the original Dragon Ball in elementary school. I've been a huge fan of series like Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball, and yeah, a lot of that stuff. However, it wasn't until 2019 when I got really invested into anime and manga again, watching things like My Hero Academia, Mob Psycho, Haikyuu, all that stuff. However, when I read Vinland Saga, and I think it was early 2020, it kind of clicked in my brain that I realized, oh, I really, really like this stuff. I like this storytelling, that I want it to be a part of my job. I want it to be a part of my occupation. I've been a storyteller ever since I was a little kid. I've been doing theater since middle school. I've been working with Equity Theaters in Dallas since I was 19. So yeah, telling stories, it's right up that alley. So I was like, okay, in addition to acting and theater, I want to do as much that I can with anime and manga. So I have done voiceover work for Crunchyroll. I'm by no means a star over there, not at all. But I have done some smaller roles and stuff that I'm very, very proud of. I have also started a podcast a long, long time ago with my good friend Edgar, who links down below. You can check that out. We do something called the Manga Monday Show, where every single Monday we come on, we talk about something manga and anime related and all of that stuff. We also do extra videos. Just go check it out. It's a whole thing over there, and we have a lot of fun talking about that stuff. And I've also am a aspiring illustrator and writer. Now, I'm not amazing right now, but I would say that I'm definitely not bad for somebody who's only been drawing and writing for 3 years. So yeah, I'm by no means anywhere like close to like being successful in those things, but it's a dream of mine to do all of those things, and I love anime and manga so much. So it's, you know, it's one of my goals. So we'll see how that goes. I promise that this connects with the review, and that is because I was an anime fan when I was a little kid, right? Elementary school, I watched Yu Yu Hakusho, I watched the OG and read the OG Dragon Ball, and I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai in middle school. However, it kind of, my anime, you know, fandomness kind of dropped off there. It wasn't necessarily a thing that was like immensely interesting to me in middle school and high school. It was kind of a stretch that I even watched Dragon Ball Z, which is crazy because, you know, Avatar The Last Airbender has been my favorite show since I was a little kid, so you would assume that anime would come naturally to me, but no, I just wasn't that interested in high school and middle school. And it wasn't until Edgar, who I do the podcast with, saw that I liked Marvel so much and was like, you should watch My Hero Academia. And then that kind of snowballed into me collecting a whole bunch of manga and reading a whole bunch of manga and loving all of it. So there is a lot of years and time that I was not an anime fan, that shows were in their heights, and a lot of people, a lot of anime fans have watched, and those were their entrance into this medium. And my experience was just different. So I've missed a lot of shows that a lot of my friends are like, what? You haven't watched this? It is required, basically. They don't say required, obviously not, because I'm a fan without watching this stuff. There are 2 shows that get everyone every time, right? And Of course, what we're watching today, Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist. No, I have not watched any of that stuff. And people go wild. They're like, what, you have a manga and anime podcast and you haven't watched Death Note or Full Metal? And I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. So I thought it would be interesting to have an anime fan who wants it to be his job, who wants it to be his occupation, and watch an anime that most anime fans already have seen. Most reactions you see are people who have never watched anime and are just watching this for the first time. However, I have watched a lot of anime and read a lot of manga, and it's become my favorite medium in the media, but I have never seen this. So I'm really, really excited. Speaking of shows or mangas I haven't read, if you want me to react to those, just let me know in the comments down below. Some things I haven't seen or read is Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't seen or read Bleach. I haven't seen or read Naruto. In terms of manga, I haven't read stuff like Monster or Slam Dunk or a whole bunch of that stuff. I'm planning on doing reviews of series that I have already read. Like, it'll be way more formal than this. It'll be like some better lighting, and the video would be edited with a whole bunch. I'm planning on starting to do a Haikyuu review this weekend or next weekend, so be sure to check all that stuff out. But yeah, let me know if you want me to react to all of that stuff. I'd be really interested in reacting to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because my friends are like, hey, you should watch this. But, yeah. Enough of me talking. I promise not all the intros will go on that long. But since it's the first one, I thought that would be interesting. Yeah, timestamps below if you just want to jump around and do all of that stuff. But yeah, let's get on into the video. Okay, good start. I've heard this opening is a banger, by the way, so I'm really excited. Just so you guys know, I haven't seen anything of it. No clips, no nothing. I have never seen this opening, nothing. So this is all new. This is completely fresh. This is really good. This is a really good song. All right. So a lot of stuff. Oh, Madhouse did this. It's a lot of stuff that was like very, very like gaudy or godly. That was like, I think they had the thing that's in the Sistine Chapel. I forgot what that picture's called. Whoa. Is he in like hell or something? Yuck. Okay. Alright. My man's playing on a Nintendo DS. Yagami. I know the main character's name is Light Yagami. So yeah, that's basically all I know. Whoa. Okay, so there already are some like, this is definitely some like religious things going on immediately in this. Yeah, they're talking about death, homicides going on. Okay, so they're both talking about their own separate worlds. People saying this world is rotten, as we've just seen in Attack on Titan, hasn't always been the best. So we'll see how that goes. Oh. It's the thing. It's the name of the show. Huh. The anime's very, like, brown and gray right now. It's really dark. Listen, guys, I know Death Note is supposed to be dark. I do know that. But, it's just, man, the color palettes is really setting up the mood. Notebook of Death. Okay. It's written in English. That's interesting. Okay, so anybody who's written in there is dead. Okay. And he thinks it's like one of those email chains, those text messages you would get in middle school that was like, send this to 5 other people or your mom will die, Okay, so they die of a heart attack. Huh. Okay. I might need to go back to this for the for the talk back afterwards just to get this completely down. Just to get that, like, the stipulations completely down. I think what I caught in there was that if there's, you have to, like, think of the person. So if they share the name, they're not in trouble. Oh, he's already got a name ready. He knows one. Yes. Well, don't tempt it, man. A show has to happen. Oh, is he gonna figure out the name? Otoharo Kuru. Okay. I like the music. It's really it's really suspenseful. It's like building up to something, those 40 seconds. I really like that. Okay. Well. Yeah. Okay, so you killed him. It's gotta be coincidence, but it's not. Whoa, okay. Back it up there, Light. Don't start thinking about he's like that guy's a bully, I should kill him. Well, that wasn't very nice. But I don't know if he deserves to die. That's not right. He does not like planet Earth. He is not enjoying life here. He's not having a great time. Light! Where you going, dog? Okay, he wrote his name down. Well, that wasn't a heart attack. Got isekai'd. I think I see what they're doing. The human whose name is written in the note shall die. We know this. This note will not take effect unless the writer has a person's face in their mind when writing his or her name. Okay, so he does have to think his face. So he can't just write a random person's name and then they die. So he has to know the face. So he dropped it. Okay, so it was his. Did he do it on purpose? Whoa, that's really good animation. Whoa! That looked really cool. She's like, okay, now give me your grades. I guess it kind of is supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like he doesn't really care about anything, so all the time he has is for studying, probably. Whoa! He's been going to town. My man wrote a whole essay in there. Man, he has been writing a lot in there. Ryuk. Shinigami? Devil? Okay. Okay, so this has been here for a while. Yeah, he's going a little bit crazy. Oh. It belongs. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, don't do that. I wish I would have known that before. Yeah, that would have been good to know. that I can't go to either heaven or hell. Okay, so I'm just gonna be stuck in purgatory forever? That is not fun. I know apples are a big thing in Death Note. He's like, who's your friend? I don't know if he chose you. I just think he dropped it, didn't he? Yeah, I don't think he chose you. He just dropped it. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's why. Man, they had an explanation for it. That's really cool. Oh. So he can write down the names and then how they die. That is brutal. Oh man. This might have fallen into the worst person's hand. This is bad. Oh no. Oh, they're perfect for each other. Yeah. Definitely not. Oh no, he's gonna have a godly kind of complex. The light shining upon him. God rays shining upon him. He's getting this kind of complex that he should be able to decide that these people should not be alive, basically. Me writing an essay at the last minute, like an hour before it's due. Oh my god. The camera angles and the shakes are like really, really cool. I don't like how nice his face looks. It's so creepy. There it is. There it is. He's gonna be the god of this new world. Okay. I'm also gonna react to the ending because I've never seen it before, so... Oh, the camera angles are crazy. Nice. Whoa! Dude, the camera angles are really cool. Okay, you guys. First reactions of that. I'm gonna go back and look at a couple of parts just to get some stuff. I may even watch this tomorrow, just so I got all of it, because that was a lot. A lot of times in storytelling, the first chapter, the first episode has to be it's not the best, but it always has to be the most important. It has to grasp you. It has to tell you, what does your character want? Why are they here in the world? What is the world doing that needs the character to change it, or the world to change the character, or both to happen simultaneously? And obviously in this one, it's going to be Light who's changing the world. Now, we don't know whether it's going to be for good or for evil. I have an inkling it's going to be for evil, since he's working with a demon and he kind of has this god complex immediately off the get-go. Light is envisioning this new world, and now he's going to move forward on with that plan. It was a really, really good first installment. It hooked me immediately. It told me what the circumstances were. It told me, hey, here's Light Yagami. He hates the world. He hates everybody, basically. He hates it so much that he only has time for studying, and that's all he does. And he kind of just found this demonic book that kills people, and he enjoys it, right? I think other animes maybe would have had a character be a little bit more, oh, I don't know if I should, do this. But Light really thought about that for like 2 seconds. That was really fascinating. I did not expect Light to immediately go. I've seen some side stuff about him being like, oh, I'm the god of this new world, But I didn't expect it to happen like, bam. Like he is ready to take over the world, basically, to bring in this new era. Obviously, it's not right that he should be the only sole judge on this entire thing. And this is going to be interesting to watch. When does a shift happen, right? Because right now he's killing criminals, he's killing people who we look at and we're like, yeah, they're not great. However, something that I've seen in this episode is that it looks like the people, their crimes were getting a little bit less and less severe, One of them, like the first person he killed was somebody who was, who was having children hostages. And then the second person was somebody who was harassing somebody of the other gender. Two of like the worst human beings on the planet. However, we didn't know what the other criminals did, right? Was it just petty theft? Was it just, so maybe the things are gonna get a little bit more until it reaches that gray area, maybe. I don't know. I really liked Ryuk. I really liked his world, his demon world. I thought that was interesting. I already like how the stipulations of everything is already forefront. I want to go back on that and just see what the stipulations of the Death Note is, so that there are no misinterpretations as the series moves forward. There will be no effect when the face of the targeted person is not in the writer's mind. So he has to know his face, or her face. He has to know the person's face of who he is going to write in the Death Note, otherwise it won't work. People sharing the same name won't be affected. Okay, so you have to be thinking of the person's face. If the cause of death is... So if I have the same name as somebody, right, you have to think of my face if you want me to die or the other person. If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen as it was written. So if you write the person's name down and you don't write anything in 40 seconds, the cause of death will simply be a heart attack. Okay. Wow. That is brutal. After writing the cause of death in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds, details of the death should be written so you can let people die peacefully or make them suffer. Because the other deaths were brutal. Like that one guy that got flung out of the window and all that stuff. Man, that is crazy. What I really liked about this episode, well, I liked all of it, as you've seen in this discussion part. But what was really interesting to me was like the god complexes. We already saw it in the opening where we saw that thing. I forgot what the portrait is, where the man was reaching towards God, and instead it was Ryuk and Light. And then there was that part where I was halfway through. I was like, man, this kid kind of has a god complex, right? I mean, he's the first in his class, He already has this kind of feeling of, this feeling of superiority towards his peers, towards other citizens. And there was that part where the light shines on him, lights that we call God rays, and it's shining upon him, and he's like, I'm going to take it up to be myself, I think it was interesting that Ryuk was like, no, dude, it was just a coincidence that you got this. And Light's like, nah, I'm God now. And, Ryuk is like, oh, you're interesting. And the fact that they're both like, I'm just going to do this because I'm bored, I think is actually really, really interesting. It was really hooking. The pacing is already amazing. It hooked me immediately, and that's what you want. A lot of times with this medium, and I still love it. I still love a lot of stories that, do this, but a lot of times they kind of tiptoe before we get into the main chorus, but this is like in it. Here's the Death Note. Here's Light Yagami. Here they are. Here's the situation. here's what's happening, and it really went with it, and now I'm ready for the roller coaster to happen. So yeah, really, really great. Yeah, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know how you liked it in the comments below. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. That is the best way that you can support me in all of those endeavors. If you're interested in figuring out about me as an actor, go down below. I have links to my websites. If you're interested in the Manga Monday show, my podcast that I host with my good friend Edgar, go down in the description below. Check all that stuff out. If you want this kind of format to change, if you'd rather see 2 episodes a week, 2 episodes of video, if you want to see me do other videos, all that stuff, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next week for episode 2. Thank you guys so much. Peace.